Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my 28-week update or bump date with baby number 3. If you are new to my channel over here, I am 28 weeks pregnant with my third baby, and this one is going to be a baby girl, and she is due in the beginning of March. But as things are going right now, we're not going to make it to March, maybe not even very close at all. But I haven't made an update in several weeks. I think my last update was at 22 weeks. But since it has been so long since I've done an update, I have quite a bit to talk about. The last update I did, I let y'all know that they suspected that baby had a cleft foot. They also suspected that I might have ICP, which is cholestasis of pregnancy. So since then, I have had several ultrasounds and several doctor's appointments. So I will update on all of that later on in the video. But really quickly, I wanted to give a shout out to one of my friend's new Etsy shops. Her YouTube channel over here is called Mighty Mama, and her Etsy shop is Mighty Mama Power. I will try my best to link it down below. But I got my shirts in today from her, and this one says Raise Kind Humans, and this is a large. I got a large and a medium just to see like what her sizing was like, and the large is definitely going to be a little bit loose on me when I'm not pregnant, but for right now it fits great. It's very comfy. And then I also got another shirt. I got this one, and it's in this beautiful like a mauve color, and it says often stressed, a bit of a mess, totally blessed mama. And this one I got in a medium, and it still fits me right now, but it's just a little bit snug. And this one's material is so soft. I mean, this one's soft too, but this one is even softer. If you like to support small businesses and businesses that are just getting going, head over to her Etsy shop and give her some support. Give her some support over here on YouTube as well, because this community, that's how we all grow, is from sharing support. And if you're looking for someone that is just genuine and true, Laura from Mighty Mama is definitely it. So please go give her some love after you watch this video. Okay, so I am extremely out of breath now. So that's the first symptom I'm going to talk about. I can't do anything without getting so winded. I can't talk in long sentences without having to like really concentrate and breathe. I just climbed the stairs to come up here into my office in our new house. If you've been hearing me whine about trying to get into this house, we are finally in here. If you have not seen my empty house tour, I will have that link down below as well. In this new house, my office is upstairs, so I had to climb the stairs to get up here, which was, whew, it was a workout. I'm definitely having to take it a little bit slower nowadays because I just can't breathe, just can't keep up with things. So that is my number one symptom that I'm experiencing right now, is shortness of breath, definitely. And another symptom that I am experiencing is I have started having prodromal labor. So if you haven't heard my backstory for my other 2 pregnancies, I had prodromal labor with them as well. I went to the hospital like 2-3 times with each of those pregnancies to make sure that I wasn't going into real labor. And I actually went to the hospital, when was it? Saturday morning, I think, at around 4 a.m. because I had been having contractions off and on since 2 a.m. the following day. So I was starting to get a little worried. And so they just monitored me. They monitored me for 3 hours, and in that 3 hours, for about an hour and a half of it when I first got there, I was having very mild contractions. They checked my cervix and it was not dilating whatsoever, so the labor wasn't, or the contractions weren't doing anything to my cervix, so that was awesome. But they just kept me there for a little bit longer, monitored me and monitored baby. And she was going crazy in there while I was in the hospital. Like, they happened to come in there like every 5-10 minutes to reposition the monitor because she just would not stop moving. So I'm going to insert a little clip here of her dancing around inside of me. So as you can see, this baby is extremely active, which is also a good thing because then it reassures me that everything is okay with her, and she lets me know that she's healthy and fine in there and that she's alive and she's moving around great. So that just, like, I don't really mind her keeping me up because every time she moves, it's like her saying, "Hey mama, I'm okay." So I just try to enjoy every little bump and kick, even though they're starting to get painful. As she has started pushing out, especially like right here on my belly, and it will just be like sore on the outside because she's just been pushing in the same spot over and over and over. But like I said, I'm trying to enjoy every little bit of it. The one symptom that has gone away almost completely is my itchiness. So they tested me for ICP, and my first level was like a 1.3, and then a week later it was at a 14, and my doctor said if it went any higher, if it got to 20, that they would start me on medication and we would start talking about taking baby at 36 weeks. So my following doctor's appointment after that, they tested me again, and I could tell like my itchiness had started to go away at that appointment, and my levels were at a 10. So they went down instead of up, which is great. We've been doing a lot of prayer for this to go away and me not have to worry about me having this baby early because of something medical like that. So that is fantastic. I'm hoping that my levels stay down. I have heard a couple of stories where, you know, a woman has ICP in like the early weeks and then it goes away for a little bit, and then around like 32 weeks it comes back full-fledged and they end up having to have their baby early anyway. So we will see if that happens. Hopefully not though, but if it does, I'm prepared. I have started nesting already. Told my husband, like, I've already finished Christmas shopping, everything is wrapped, everything is decorated. So now all that's on my mind is getting ready for my baby. And I actually have pump parts and bottles laid out all over my counter right now drying, because I sterilized a whole bunch of stuff today, and I'm glad I did, because then I realized that I don't have any of like the newborn flow nipples for any of my bottles. So that it was a good thing I did that early where I can get those ordered. And then I put them on my baby registry, and I'm kind of using my baby registry as like a checklist, and whatever people don't get me at my baby shower in January, me and my husband, we are just going to go out and do a big shopping trip for baby and get everything that is left on the registry, or do a big Amazon order and get all that stuff that we need for her. There's a lot of stuff on there that like I just want, but there's also a lot of stuff on there that I need. So I put all the nipples that I'm going to need on there just so I won't forget. But I definitely feel like nesting already. I think it's because I did go to the hospital, and now I'm like a little bit afraid that things are going to happen early again. I am only 28 weeks, and I had my last baby at 36 and 6. So if it goes about the same, then I have about 9 weeks left, which is plenty of time. But I just want to be extra vigilant and be on top of everything. My youngest son, he is actually still in the nursery right now, but we're starting to transition him into the big boy bed, into his brother's room. They have a bunk bed that has a full-size bed on the bottom. So he's been sleeping there a couple of nights a week, and he's still napping in the crib. But if he's still in the crib in 9 weeks or however many weeks it is until I have her, that's fine, because the baby is going to be in our room for at least the first like 6 months. That's just the way I like to do it. I like to have my newborns very, very close where I can peek over at them and know that they're breathing and everything's okay. And I breastfeed my babies, so that also makes it a lot easier because I can just get them in bed with me, flop my boob out, do my stuff, and then let them fall back asleep. It just works out better that way. And then when they start sleeping through the night a little bit better, then I can put them in their crib and we'll have extra time to decorate it and all of that. Because like right now, we just moved in. We have barely like unpacked, and we just hung pictures on the walls throughout the house. So we still need to get like shelving and stuff like that for her room. There's some pictures that my mom is having framed for her bedroom. So I'm just waiting on all of that stuff. So we definitely have time to get her nursery together. But I'm getting excited about it, definitely. So I don't think there's any other symptoms right now. Like I'm not swelling. I'm not craving anything in particular. I've backed off the Popeyes. Like I can take it or leave it right now. I want sushi so freaking bad, but I think that's just because it's a thing you can't have. But that's every single pregnancy I've had, is I want sushi. So as soon as I have this baby and I'm able to, I'm going to go out and eat like 5 sushi rolls, and it's going to be fantastic. One thing I haven't been eating a lot of though is the seaweed salad that you get from those restaurants. And I found a bag at Costco, and it tastes just like the stuff from the restaurant. Freaking delicious. And I've almost made it through the entire bag, and it's like a pretty good sizable bag. So I need to get some more of that because it is, it's just delicious. Like thinking about it right now, my mouth is watering. But if I'm craving anything at all, it would be that maybe, because that's definitely something that I could eat like every single day. But as far as all the other stuff goes, my symptoms are kind of boring right now, other than me having the contractions. It's the most interesting thing going on. Oh, and I did want to mention the night that I was having those contractions, right before I started having the contractions, that I was like, okay, we're going to the hospital to figure this out. I had a really bad pain right here, and it felt like the round ligament pulling pain, but like the worst I've ever had in my life. Like it almost brought me to tears, and it woke me up out of a dead sleep. It hurt so bad. So I don't know if I moved wrong in my sleep or if she moved wrong. I don't know, but it hurt. And then like 10 minutes after that, I started having contractions again. So I don't know. But I'm definitely going to mention that to my doctor when I go and see her in 2 days. So I'll see what's up with all that and see if she also wants to do anything about me having the preterm labor already, because this is usually around the time that it starts in my pregnancies. And even though that I've made it to 38 weeks with my first one and almost 37 weeks with my second one, I'm just afraid that I'm going to go even earlier with this baby. So I want to talk to her at least about options and see if she's willing to give me like the progesterone shots or something to help keep baby in there, because it's definitely something that concerns me. I do not want a preemie during all of this pandemic stuff. There's already enough going on. So I would just like a little bit of peace of mind. And also I just want to know that she's hearing me too. But she seems like a pretty good doctor. I did not have her my 2 previous pregnancies. My doctor that I had with them, she retired, so I miss her a whole bunch, but she was a very diligent doctor. But this doctor, I think that she has my best interest and the baby's best interest at heart. So that's just something that we're going to have to figure out in the coming weeks, is what our game plan is going to be. And speaking of being very diligent, I've had 2 ultrasounds since my 22-week update. And they don't know for sure if baby has a clubbed foot or not. They said that they can't rule it out, but they also cannot 100% confirm it. So I don't know. Take that how you will. But I just feel at peace about it either way. And even if she does have a clubbed foot, it's a very fixable issue. So we will see. And if she comes out a little bit crooked, then we'll put braces on her. If she comes out perfectly fine, then that's just an added bonus. But either way, I know that she's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. And we will just roll with whatever punches come, because that's all we can really do anyways. But we are still keeping her in our prayers. I still have high hopes that everything will go well and that I will carry her at least to term. So that's just where we are right now. We're just hoping and waiting and growing. Like, my belly has gotten so dang big. Let me show you the belly really fast. So here is my 28-week belly. Definitely getting very sizable. There's from the front. Like, it's just out there. All my stretch marks from my previous pregnancies are definitely starting to show up. Just big baby in there. Just making her way in this world. But I already feel so large with this baby, and I know that I have 9 weeks more of growing to go. So I think I'm just going to be humongous at the end of this pregnancy. But either way, I will do whatever it takes to keep this baby in there. Oh, and speaking of, forgot to mention, because I had the preterm labor things, I am officially on bed rest. Yep, I am on bed rest and full pelvic rest for the foreseeable future. My doctor might change that when I go and see her in 2 days, but as of right now, she's saying it's probably going to be until the end of the pregnancy, which is fine. But like I said, I want to nest and I want to do things, and I've still been doing things, but just not as much. And like, when I feel like I'm starting to get tired or I start getting a little bit crampy or anything, I stop. So I'm doing modified bed rest still, I would say, but full bed rest is just hard to do with 2 little kids running around. But you mamas that have multiple kids and are on bed rest, y'all know that it's very, very hard to actually do that bed rest when you don't have someone home helping you. So my husband, of course, when he gets home, he helps as much as possible on the weekends. The kids are his pretty much. But during the day, I gotta do something. I still gotta cook for us, still gotta clean, all that stuff. But I am trying to take it a little bit easier. So I think that is it for this update. Stay tuned for more, because we don't know what's going to happen in the coming weeks. It might get really spicy very soon. So we will see. But for now, that is it. And I will see y'all in my next update. Bye, guys.